Abdul, the great new Indian striker at Chelsea. Yovez Hamem.
Yes.
From... Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. This is where we get to address your comments and feedback from all of our shows on YouTube, Facebook and the Thaiger Talk forum. Hello, Natty.
Hello, Jay.
We've swapped sides.
We have.
And I'm wearing a shirt of the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, a gift from John Young. So thank you very much, John, for the gift.
Look, you look good in red too.
Do I?
No, I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. Starting with our first comment from Dominic Chan. He says, Jay and Natty, you should do sports commentary in a humorous way with that accent. And that will be fantastic. I know Natty is funny.
Sorry.
Okay, let's say if we were to do sports commentary, what sports do you think you could like realistically color commentate?
Realistically?
Yeah.
None. No,
football?
Can I... Figure skating?
No. What?
What? It's a sport. It's an Olympics.
Do you know the names of the turns and flips?
Yes.
What's the one where they flip once called?
Swirlies.
And when they flip 2 times?
Swirlicles.
Oh, I see. And how about the one where the guy throws the girl in the air and then picks her up?
Dangly-doos.
Oh, the dangly-doos. I love the dangly-doo. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves a good dangly-doo.
But realistically, I guess you have a lot of sports that you can comment on, like football being one, right?
Yeah.
You're really good at football. Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, yes.
When they do
Why are you finding
splits.
this funny?
I just can't imagine you doing splits.
There are tears in your eyes, Natty.
I'm just like, splits. Okay.
Have ye faith?
I have faith so much. All right.
Let's go with your first comment.
Okay, let's start off with the dual pricing since it has been a hot topic. Kun Mark Robbo says, hot topic, it's not officially happening yet, but up for discussion. But why is Thailand on the receiving end of this when it happens everywhere on some level? And I would kind of say that I share your sentiment, like dual pricing is everywhere. I think I mentioned it earlier. When you go to Jordan, for example, people do charge you more for just being a tourist there. They just know that they can extract more money from you. Not saying that it's right, but yeah, Thailand, or our audience specifically, because they're watching something about Thailand, I guess they just have a lot of opinions about that.
All right. Staying on the topic of traveling, and you mentioned Jordan, we'll stick to Middle East. Brian Brown says, you can pay me to go to Dubai. The reason I picked this comment is because a lot of Thai people love the idea of Dubai, Natty. I mean, since I've had the pleasure to live in Dubai for about 5 to 6 years when I was younger.
Lucky you.
But that's the thing. That's what I mean. I mean, for me, I guess personally, I don't understand. Yeah, it's a very nice city. There's a lot of things to do, but Thai people in generally love Dubai. Can you explain to me why that is?
I guess it just has a luxurious feel. Like, I've never been to Dubai, so I can't really tell what Dubai is all about. But from the stories that I've heard, it's like there's just like very innovative centers everywhere. The cars that are that people drive there are Ferraris, just like Land Rovers, just like they go all out. And I think a lot of Thai people, we don't see that on a day-to-day basis, and for us that's something special, you know, want to experience that. Because
my friends have asked me like, oh, there's so many things to do in Dubai, like people everywhere, there's no poverty there, right? It's people, everyone's rich. And I was like, there's no such thing as no poverty anywhere, but you know, all those activities, like Dubai is a great city. It has so much to offer, but all of that costs a lot of money.
Yes.
It's a very expensive city if you want to enjoy the water parks and the theme parks and, you know, go up to the top floor on the Burj, the tallest tower/building in the world. Everything really costs money there. Otherwise, you know, if you're living in Dubai on a day-to-day basis and you're just like a normal person doing a normal job, you're not going to be doing those activities quite often.
I see. So I guess for me, from by how you are describing Dubai, it might be a good city to go and visit, but not necessarily live, I guess.
Also, like, I mean, you know, if you're going for a visit, just make sure you've saved up a good chunk of money, because if you do want to, you know, have all that fun, it'll cost you.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like Thailand. Like Thailand, you can get by with very little. Like, that's why this country is so amazing. But in Dubai, like, you know, whether it's the taxis, whether it's the trains, if you want to go shopping in the malls, if you want to enter the water parks, you know, even the currency exchange, and, you know, they use dirhams there. Yeah, I feel like it's a fairly expensive city. And I think a lot of Thai people will be shocked once they go there. They'll be like, yeah, I can do like maybe 4 out of the 10 things I had planned. Whereas in Thailand, if you plan to do 10 things and save a budget for it, you'll probably be able to do more than 10.
True. And you know, you can always bargain with Thai people too. That's the thing. Most likely they will give in, but if they don't, then oh well. So the next comment is also on dual pricing. Colin says, as Natty's useless comment continues, there are a lot of options beside Thailand. Get a grip of yourselves and stop loving in fairyland. It's not the only place with beaches and islands. Exactly my point, Colin. Thank you for sharing my sentiment. If you don't like it here in Thailand, then don't come. Glad that you picked that out from my useless comments. But yeah, I mean, like, Thailand is one way to experience beaches, but there's also places like Cambodia, Vietnam, Myanmar, the surrounding neighborhoods. If you want to go, it's also an option. Or if you want to do it cheap here, you can also.
There's a lot of rage inside you, Natty.
No, I love Colin. He picked up a good comment from my useless comments.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Fair enough. Our next comment is from Bruno Winter, who says, great travel video, talking about our Suratani video, Natty. You are right that is where the fun begins. You just gave yourself reasons to leave Bangkok more often. You might want to start eating aged garlic, because this does not smell anymore and it keeps the bugs away. I think we were talking about the mosquito repellent and how we were doing it, but Bruno, he's got some great advice for us. Next time, Natty, if we go to any jungle area, we must eat aged garlic. And then it'll naturally be a repellent to mosquitoes.
Oh, interesting tip. But what I love mostly about that comment is that he actually said the tagline.
Yeah.
It's where the fun begins. And that, for me, as like a person with you, like producing this together, I feel really proud that our audience are able to pick out the message. Like, Bruno. So thank you very much.
Bruno.
Makes me happy. So Gregory Francis James 50 says, on the Suratani clip as well, he says, really inspiring and well produced, up there with the greats. I want to take this opportunity to obviously thank the cameramen as well. Without the cameramen, we would not have beautiful footage. So all the drone footage that you saw in the clips and the future clips that will drop soon come from Jason Clark himself. Also, the second camera came from Tan, who is he's been a member, he's been an editor with us for quite some time, but he moved from the Thai side to the English side. And this is his first big project, editing the whole thing together. I think he did a really amazing job telling the story as it was, and very beautiful transitions, very unique music choices. I really enjoyed his editing style as well. So great job to the team.
Yeah, they did all right.
They did all right. Jay was okay. But you were great there as well, because you were
I was just like the team support mascot.
Yeah, well, yes, you were the supporter, but you were the mood enhancer overall. You know, like, without you, I think we would all have been introverting into our introverted selves.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah, but you brought out all the extroverted and weirdness in all of us, so thank you.
I'm going to take that.
Yes.
I did what I could. I contributed 10% to the 90% the two cameramen and Natty did. All right, my next comment is from Thomas Flynn, who says, oh my God, Natty, how did you put up with Jay complaining about everything you were enjoying? But he has a point. I'll tell you what, like, you know, and I think I said it in the video too, because we had a lot of content that we couldn't put it all in the video as well. But, you know, for example, like, you saw a giant leaf and you're like, oh my God, Jay, look at this leaf. I'm like, it's a leaf.
Why? It's so cute.
And, you know, you'd be looking around and be like, oh my God, there's so much greenery. But maybe growing up in Phuket, I think both me and Jason agreed that, oh, we have some places like this in Phuket. So it's something that I've pretty much seen my whole life. And I do agree that I perhaps don't appreciate nature as much as, you're from the main city, you're from Bangkok, you've grown around these tall skyscrapers your whole life. Whereas when I came to Bangkok, I was like, oh my God, how many floors does that building have, But I mean, although I did complain, but I think I only complained on the journey of getting to the place because there was always a hike involved with high elevation. But I think overall it was a very enjoyable trip. I am the grumpy uncle of the team, not going to lie. But I did enjoy myself very much.
I have to say, though, that your quote-unquote grumpiness, in real life, you're not really that grumpy. You were kind of just grumpy for the camera. But I would say that it really gave us a really good contrast as well. It made for great content. Because if we were both excited or both grumpy, it'd be like, okay, this is a grumpy couple. Or, oh, this is two excited couple people, like really weird. And couple, I don't mean it like that. I mean like, the duo, the happy duo. Moving on to gambling casinos in Thailand. So Hank CK says that they like to keep Austin weird. Can we keep Thailand Thai and stop with the westernization? Vegas is not a good role model. You know what? I like that you want Thailand to keep it Thai because I think Thais in general, we're kind of proud of being Thai. We use the Thainess to our advantage. Like when we do TAT, a lot of things are not maybe a little bit modernized, westernized a little bit, but we always try to bring the Thai element. It's always the selling point that, oh, this is Thai stuff. So yes, I think the slogan, keeping Thailand Thai, is definitely doable, and I think we are already doing it.
All right, I actually picked a comment in our video yesterday, Natty. I think someone had a problem with the enter button because Stephen Yates, thank you very much, by the way, for watching our shows and commenting, but he commented 48 different comments. But I know this because I counted each and every one of them. And he commented on various different topics. Dual pricing would be illegal in most countries. I will not return if that is done, says Stephen. Along with pretty much everything. Stephen, I love the enthusiasm. However, it can be difficult to go through 48 different comments. I would at least ask you to maybe bunch them all up in 3 different comments, something like that. Yeah. That was a public PSA, as many other people shared the same thought and wanted Stephen to press the enter button a bit, just wait before you press the enter button.
Okay, right.
And my public PSA is over.
So the next comment is from Kunsi Somasundaram. Okay.
Wow.
He or she says, it is becoming boring. Is it a newscast or talk show? I think this person is referring to GMT.
I think GMT, if anything, is a talk show. I don't think we've ever said that it's a newscast. We talk about news, we talk about current affairs, current topics that are happening around Thailand, and the whole point is to join the conversation. That's our slogan here at the Thaiger. We're discussing topics, we're letting our opinions on those topics, we're asking the audience what they think, and it's basically a discussion. So if anything, it's a talk show.
I agree as well. And just like you said, we open the comments, we open the floor up to the audience to make comments and have a dialogue with us as well. Like, it's not a one-way street, so you can definitely talk to us as well. So it's a talk show, yes.
Our next comment, Nettie, is from Dam1, our regular viewer.
I like Dam1 and
now,
the mummy.
Yeah, now we were talking about sports, I think, on one of the Good Morning Thailands, and you were suggesting some new football players. Especially you you suggested Abdul, the great new Indian striker at Chelsea.
Yes.
So let's I thought we'd use this comment and this moment to introduce, it is a transfer window currently in the football market, and a lot of teams are making moves to buy new players. Can you give me some examples of 5 signings? Let's go with 3 signings that Chelsea is going to buy. So you've already got Abdul, the Indian striker. We definitely need to strengthen our midfield. Who are we going to buy?
Miguel Rodrigo
from
Portugal.
And lastly, we definitely need some centre backs in defence. Who are we going to sign for defence?
Yoves Hamim.
Yovez Hamem
Yes.
from
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. There we go. So those are the signings that you can look forward to for this coming Premier League season at Chelsea Football Club. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. This is why we don't do sports commentating. Okay. So the next comment is in regards to Mr. Underpants.
Okay.
Remember Mr. Underpants? He took
Stealing mobile phones in his underpants?
Well, not in his underpants, but his underpants would be very
No,
big.
while wearing underpants.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he says, this video made me have to clear out my bowels.
Oh.
I don't know why, but he just saw underpants and he wanted to defecate or something.
He heard the news about a man stealing phones in banana mobile shop in
Yeah.
his white underpants, and he was like, nature calls. I've got to do what I've got to do. Hey, Juan Carlos, whatever helps you, man. Some people like to have prune juice in the morning. Other people just like to hear about Mr. Underpants. Cool. On that note, I'd like to say thank you very much to all the viewers for watching our show. You can contact us or comment and give us your feedback on the YouTube videos as well as Instagram, Facebook, and the Thaiger Talk forum on our website. As for now, I'd like to say thank you, Natty Warisa.
Thank you very much, Jay the Red.
Jay the Red it is. And of course to Hot Behind the Buttons, that is our latest editor because he's too hot to handle. And we'll be back with another episode next week. This show's got to be the biggest con on YouTube.